I think that's a concern. We've seen it happen in many of our surrounding states, Washington, Oregon, as he mentioned, Colorado, where the big cities control the politics. So one of the bills that I sponsored along with Representative Addis changed our initiative process so that you have to, right now you have to get 6% of the registered voters to sign a petition to get it on the ballot. And we changed that. So they have to get 6% in every legislative district in the state, so that anything that they do can't just be, they just can't collect signatures in Boise and Meridian and get that on the ballot. And I think it was an important change, and we were able to get that signed by the governor, and there's actually 2 court cases. The Reclaim Idaho out of Sandpoint is challenging that, and somebody else, some marijuana group is challenging it as well. But there are steps we need to take, the steps against the federal government to make sure they don't tell the state of Idaho what to do, and then we need to take further steps to make sure that the Treasure Valley doesn't end up running the entire state, like Portland and Seattle. Multnomah County and King County run the states of Washington and Oregon.
And not to beat a dead horse, but as the good Senator Vick says, we worked really hard, and that was a heavy lift, and that was a big piece of legislation, a huge piece of legislation. We had to, we've been working on this for a couple of years. It was a big step to get the governor to sign it. That was a huge step. But what I will tell you, and this is an inclusive bill, I'm getting on my high horse now. This is an inclusive bill. This allows everyone in Idaho to have a say on what happens in the initiative process. And in the initiative process is just another way to make a law. So that's important.
What's the number of the bill, Jim?
It was Senate
1060.
1060. But what I will also tell you is that there are groups are trying to do a referendum and overturn this law. And if that's successful and they get the signatures, it will go to a vote of the people. Okay? So it's vitally important that if that goes forward, that each and every one of us, especially in those areas that aren't, that are more rural in nature, we need to vote, and we need to keep this law, because that is a law that protects Idaho and keeps Idaho, and it's vitally important. So again, this is an ask from me and us. If this bill, this referendum initiative effort works, you need to vote against it.
It's 11:10.
11:10.
That's what Mark just said.
I just want to clarify for those that haven't been following this initiative bill, the media has been distorting it and saying that we are doubling the amount of signatures that are required on the initiative. It does not increase the required number of signatures at all. 0 increase. The law as it stands now, before this bill goes into effect, is that an initiative must get 6% of the registered voters in the state, but you only have to get them from 18 of the districts. This says you still have to only get 6% of the registered voters in the state, but you have to get 6% from every district, so the voices are spread out and everyone is represented.
Basic math.
They do it purposefully. The media distorts it purposefully. They are not as dumb as we might think. And that they want to change the message so the message seems outrageous. That terrible legislature is doubling the number of signatures that we must get for us. And that's not the case at all.
Circling back to the Second Amendment issue real quick, we did pass Senate Bill 1205 that prohibits state enforcement of unconstitutional restrictions on guns and ammunition in the state of Idaho. So it's an important issue here. I think most of us probably co-sponsored that. And it's one of those things one of those areas where we're continually working.
Thank you.